Hi, good morning. I will be using the UAT server to explain how we can track and report on the OpenLMIS on a weekly basis. So here we have a new feature on the OpenLMIS that says weekly reporting when you click on stock management. This weekly report feature is a one-page summary of all the stock on hand of our products per program on the OpenLMIS. One thing you would see when you click on the weekly report is the facility you are logged into, the facility name, the report period, which is week 34 as at the time I'm reporting, and the report date, which is that the exact date you opened this page, and then the reporting status, meaning to show whether this facility has reported for the week or not. So like I said, the feature is a one-page summary of all our products per facility per program. So we have the COVAX program having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products on in that program with 7.4 million COVAX vaccine, 0.05 million sharing 15 million. Please note that this is a UAT site and that is why we can see HPV in the program. Then we have the non-polio SIA with this number of vaccines and diluent quantities, polio SIA, RI. So what we expect from us with our weekly report on a Friday is to cross-check at the end of our physical count to see if the quantity displayed there tallies with the sum of the vaccines that have been counted in the store. So when we finish our physical count, we've counted every batch, we've recorded them, and we've summed them together per program. We expect that when we come to our weekly report page on OpenLMIS, if we see that diluent yellow fever in non-polio SI on OpenLMIS is 4.2 million, we expect that in our physical count, we also record a 4.2 million. But if there are any discrepancy while after counting in the quantities that is on OpenLMIS and the one recorded physically, depending on the nature of the discrepancy, we have the different actions that we can perform in case there is more than the expected quantity of vaccines in the store. Let's say for the COVAX vaccine now we have 7.2 million as against the 7.4 million in OpenLMIS. It is we need to review our transactions throughout the week to see if we missed out on any of the transactions that we've done on paper and are yet to impute on OpenLMIS. And we know the best way to do that is to go to our issue page, check against our ledger, and issue out any quantity of vaccines that are supposed to go out. And if it is the other way around, where there are lesser vaccines on the OpenLMIS as against what is counted physically, it could be as a result of not receiving or making a receive into the OpenLMIS after the vaccine has been received into the store physically. So here we have the receive action that we are very conversant with. Use it to receive the vaccine into the store. And if it is a case of maybe minor discrepancy as a result of breakage, expiry, or any other thing apart from issue and receive, we know adjustment is the best place to do this. Provide the necessary reason for making that adjustment, and then comments to help anyone looking at the adjustment later in future to understand why the adjustment was made. And lastly, if the adjustments are a bit much across a lot of batches, the physical inventory allows you to actually do on a batch by batch basis, record the quantities that are counted, and when there are discrepancy or unaccounted quantities, the OpenLMIS will require you to provide a reason for why the discrepancy is happening. So if by the time we are done with all of this and we have a complete physical count correct with what is displayed here on open, the next step to do is to click on the submit button. So the submit button here is basically asking us, are we sure that the weekly report we are submitting is accurate and a reflection of what is currently at your code store? Meaning by the time we click on submit here and the form is submitted, we are saying we are sure everything that we saw on this page is a true reflection of what we have in our stores at the end of that week, and that any stakeholder logging in into the OpenLMIS can use that report for informed decision making and have confidence in the data that it is what is actually in our store. And another thing to mention before I end the tutorial is time of submission. We have between Friday morning to Sunday evening to actually submit the report, but any report after 5 p.m. on Friday is start late submission. So if by the time we finish our account on Friday, we are done with everything and we fail to submit before 5 p.m., any report after 5 p.m. is tagged as late submission. And if we fail to report before 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, it is regarded that our facility did not report for that week in question and no stock on hand will be reported in the Open LMIS as at that week for weekly reporting. Thank you.